過去の自分に負けたくない切り開く闇夜の先に溢れる情熱を心に刻み込む僕ら伝説の始まりの物語過ぎ去る毎日に何を思い忘れたのだろう幼い日の夢死ぬ気になれるのはもう今しかないんじゃない迷わない裏切らない絶対に誰をも騙したりしない理想の自分に追いつきたい刻いた闇夜の先に輝く情熱を力に刻み込みリードして強く生きるいつか消えてしまう命ならば生き抜いた闇夜の道は誰かの意志を照らす光となって Remember stop dancing you and 咲き誇れ
Hello, what is up, people of the internet? Today it is me, your least favorite internet douchebag, here with my imported copy of Senran Kagura Burst Renewal on the PS4. So I don't understand any Japanese, but I decided to have this imported because I guess you could say like the series kind of has grown on me. You might even say I'm a little bit obsessed with it. I mean, I don't know why. Nope, have no idea. At the rate I'm going, I might as well just change my name to Senran Kagura Tech USA. And guess what? Peach Beach Splash actually comes out on PC here in the next day or so, March 6th. So I might be making another video on that, which I promise I'm not trying to do it on purpose. Yeah, obsessed, I kind of like that word, because that's the one that'll get the most attention from internet assholes who like to make those cringe compilations, so let's go with that. Yeah, and I know it's weird to say, but I honestly actually did not notice just how obnoxiously large their breasts were until I got a look at her from this angle. Those poor girls are gonna have like back problems or something. It's like clown proportions. I mean, look at her. It's like, they're like almost the size of her head. So anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Yeah, I already completed the Crimson Girls story arc. It looks like each one has 41 missions, and then some, they call them free missions, which I guess are like the challenge levels. But, anyway, yeah, and then I did get Yumi as a downloadable character because I had the deluxe edition imported, but she only has about 10 missions, so it only took me about 20 minutes to complete all of her missions. So I would say when the game gets localized, unless the DLC is like $1 or something stupid, it's not going to be worth it. So I suppose the first thing I want to address real quick is, well, is being someone that can't speak or read Japanese, I really only had this edition imported, like I said in the unboxing video, because I just really wanted the collector's edition and I wanted to make sure I got it since the other games didn't have the same collector's edition in the US when they came out. They did have collector's editions, but they were like smaller editions and they weren't as good as the Japanese ones. So I just wanted to be sure I got the collector's edition while it was still on sale. But yeah, is the game really worth importing if you don't really want that collector's edition? I would honestly say no, it isn't, and I'll explain why. I mean, unless of course you were like trying to study Japanese or something, which, to be honest with you, I kinda did want to try picking up Japanese, but realistically, what would I use it for? To maybe like one day, you know, visit there and buy all the random Godzilla merchandise I could find, which is something I would totally do, by the way. Or the other reason would be just so I could play a bunch of random video games before anyone else, so not really worth it for me personally. But who knows, I might actually try learning someday. because it could be a lot of fun, first of all, and then second off, I could get that strange satisfaction of, you know, understanding a language that no one else around me understands. Yeah, if you didn't notice, I'm kind of an asshole. So, yeah, my first reason as to why I would tell you not to really get it imported unless, you know, like I said, studying Japanese, or you really want that collector's edition like I did, would be because, first off, the game's probably going to get localized anyway. I mean, I almost say with like 100% certainty it is going to get localized, because one, all the other games have been, you know, released here in the US, where I live, and not only that, but I noticed, I think it's really weird, but while I was playing and I was getting trophies, I noticed that all the trophies for the game, even though it's a Japanese game, are all in English, with the descriptions in English as well. So don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure if it even means anything, but what I'm thinking is they already have all the, well, I mean, they obviously have them translated to English because they're there, but I'm saying the reason as to that being is I'm thinking maybe that even though I have a Japanese copy of the game, the system still detects like your region, and it'll adjust the trophies to your region, hence why my trophies are all in English. So that indicates that, you know, they're planning to release it in the US because they have all the trophies translated and uploaded already. But I don't know if that means anything. And on top of that, it practically is a reskin or rehash of Estival Versus. And I'm not only saying that because, you know, it's a 3D, you know, beat 'em up, but it plays pretty much exactly the same for the most part. I mean, there's a new burst mechanic, but other than that, it's not really any different aside from, you know, a smaller character selection. And then on top of that, like what I said in the first video still stands here. Even though I do like the game, it is an extremely repetitive beat 'em up. Just in general, there's a lot of like recycled stages. There's even stages that were reused from Estival Versus that are in this game. In fact, I think like 2 of them that I'm going to play here in this video are actually in my other video. They literally just like reused them from Estival Versus, and they pulled enemies from that game as well. So depending on how much that bothers you, I mean, it doesn't really bother me at all, but that might be a negative if that sort of thing bothers you. And I never played the original 3DS game, so I can't really compare this to that and tell you how different it is. The only thing I know is that the 3DS game was originally a 2D brawler, whereas this one is a 3D one, so I can't really, you know, compare it, being as I've never played it before. But like I was saying, I'm probably actually going to get the localized version when it comes out anyway, and just swap my Japanese copy with the English one, put it in the box instead of the Japanese one, because I'm going to be completely honest and upfront. I absolutely hate games that are story driven. I think they're fucking stupid 95% of the time. Just the plots in general, I think they're dumb, I think they're contrived, I don't think they work well in video games at all. And even though the storyline in this game isn't anything special, or any of the other games, the dialogue is typically self-aware and extremely goofy and stupid. And I love things that are extremely goofy and stupid. I mean, it's part of the reason I love Earth Defense Force so much, which I'm going to get the localized version of that too when it comes out, despite already owning the Japanese one. So me having this version and trying to translate these ancient alien hieroglyphics, I can't understand it and I can't get that out of this, so I'm gonna have to get the localized version anyway. That way I can, you know, read all the goofy stupid shit they say. Another thing to keep in mind too is that while I do like the game, like I've already said I like this game, I don't play beat 'em ups in general. I absolutely despise 2D beat 'em ups. I've never liked them. I still don't. And I've only played a couple of 3D ones. And the only other 2 I really played that I liked were Ninja Gaiden, the remake that was on the old Xbox. That was a good game. And No More Heroes 2. And it's funny that, you know, 2 out of the 3 are about ninjas, well, these being, you know, young schoolgirls in skirts that don't really look like ninjas, like at all. And I still think Ninja Gaiden is a way better game than this in terms of, its gameplay. But they haven't done anything with that franchise in years as far as I know, which is unfortunate, really. I think the newest thing they've done is like Dead or Alive Extreme, which is really kind of unfortunate because those games aren't really that great. But, whatever they want to work on and whatever makes them happy, I guess. But still, they went from Ninja Gaiden to Dead or Alive Extreme. How fast can you really fall? But anyway, like I was saying, Dynasty Warriors, of course, being the other one, but the only Dynasty Warriors game I played was the Gundam one, and I absolutely hated that game. And I still do honestly think that this is a better game than the Dynasty Warrior Gundam game I played. And then the other one on the PS Vita, I think is what it was. I don't remember what that game was called, but I didn't like that one either. But I think one of the reasons, like I said, that I like this one more than those is because with this one it at least has that extremely goofy, self-aware tone to it, and it's extremely stupid. The people who make it know it's extremely stupid, and they play on that. They have fun with it, which, you don't get in the, alien hieroglyphics, but I can get behind that. Even though, it's technically schoolgirls in skirts, I was actually kind of vaguely disturbed when I figured that out, because I actually thought they were all like college age, but no, like in the game they're like from 14 to 21, and it's kind of disturbing when you see a 14-year-old's clothes fly off. I'm just saying, the less you think about it, the better, I guess. But the way I justify it is that if time in anime land passed by like it does in real life, then from when the games came out to now, they would all be of age. So if that makes you feel more comfortable, they're all like 18 to mid-20s by now. But it's still a weird thought, I'm just saying, when in the game the characters are being portrayed at ages that they wouldn't even be old enough to play the game they're in. Because this game is, it's rated M when it comes out in the US, and it's a D-rated game in Japan, because I have my Japanese copy of this game, which stands for, I don't know, like, don't look at this underage boys, go away. But no, it's basically just M rating for Japan, so like 17 and up. But still, I guess I'm not really going to pretend like I understand the Japanese fascination with cute schoolgirls in skirts. Just think about it like this. In the real world, they would all be of age by now. Which I guess still doesn't necessarily make it any better, because they're still being depicted as if they were 16. But just don't think about it, just boobs. Just don't think about their ages. You'll feel filthy. I feel filthy for buying this. But, it's not porn or anything, it's just stupid. It's just goofy and stupid, and you're supposed to laugh at it. But yeah, if I ever get popular on the internet, this game is totally going to be my main thing. So yeah, overall, so I do like the game. I think it's kind of a disappointment with all the recycled enemies and whatnot. And then, of course, they're going to milk the shit out of the DLC cow. Because they've already got Union as a DLC character, which I don't think she's actually on the store yet. My collector's edition actually came with her. It was an early unlock. And I know they have more planned. I know like all the guessing girls, I think. How you say that? I think they're all going to get, imported into the game too, which honestly I think it's a ripoff. We'll have to see how much the DLC is, first of all. But I wouldn't pay any more than like $1 or $2 for any of the DLCs, because like I said, that the Yumi DLC I got with mine, it's only 10 missions long. It took me less than 20 minutes to complete those. So I'm going to go ahead and assume it's going to be the same for every other character as well. Unless you're just super hell-bent on getting those characters in the game with their short-ass, campaigns, then I really just wouldn't bother with them at all. I would only focus on the main game once it comes out here in the US. Because really, it's not too terribly great. I mean, I like it, yeah, but objectively speaking, like if I put my personal, liking of this game aside, is it really worth the, $60 to $100 to get it? I would say no, but that's just me personally. Because, I mean, the game is like a $60 game, at least getting it imported from Japan, but I spent, $100 plus shipping since I got that collector's edition of the game, which I'm going to be getting the collector's edition of every one of the games that comes out from now on, I think, and then getting the localized copies when they come, but yeah, like, for anyone else, unless you're just, like, a really, really big fan or whatever, I would recommend just waiting for it to get localized, and maybe on top of that, waiting for a sale. At least until they stop rehashing the same shit over and over and over again. Which I guess to actually say that, though, we'd have to wait until, like, the next mainline installment. Because, like I said, this Estival Versus and Peach Beach are the only three I've actually played. But yeah, the next installment comes out late this year, I want to say, in Japan. I think it's later this year. And maybe this game in particular was made on a tighter budget, which is why they recycle a lot of shit. Because maybe they didn't think it would make its money back, so they had to, kind of cut corners with it. So that way they would make their money on it. But, I can't say that for sure. I don't work there. I don't know what their thought process is. Because it doesn't feel like, shovelware or anything. It's far, far from that. Like, it's a good game. It just feels like, they cheaped out at some places with the enemies and the reused stages from the last game. Which I just wanted to say because I don't want anyone to, take what I'm saying out of context and think that I'm trying to say this is a shitty game because, they reuse some assets. That's not what I'm trying to say. You can make a good game cheap. And this is a good game. I just get the vibe that they didn't really spend that much on it because of those reused stages and the reused enemies. I mean, that should be obvious since, I bought the other one and then I spent $120 to get this one imported. I thought it was good enough to, spend that money. But like I said, that's my personal opinion of it, and putting my personal opinion aside, I don't really think that it's worth that much money unless you are just a super big fan of the series, and you have to have that. From what I've heard and seen, though, it seems like the games are getting better and better. So hopefully the next main installment will be, a little bit more impressive. And if anyone would like more gameplay of it or whatever, I can upload more, that's cool. But as always, if you like the video, leave a like, tell me what you liked about it. If you didn't like it, you can tell me what an asshole I am in the comments below. And as always, Asuka is the best waifu. Have a good day. So I think I'll shut up now and you can have a few minutes without me rambling.
りか。柳生ちゃんと戦う。俺もそう思う。飛ばしちゃいまーす。妥当な評価だ。ひらめいたぞ。せい。飛ばしちゃいまーす。今日の飛ばしちゃいまーす。イカルガ任務開始。おしまい。まだまだ。体に力が。まだまだ。体に力が。100連戦突破。おしまい。おった。遅い。体に力が。クラス委員として当たり前ですわ。